congrats on the win. Let's start the press conference with Enatron, and Invokid.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Belly from CBLoL Insider, and we see Dudu playing great games with mid champs. How was to adapt the gameplay from the meta? It was easy, it was difficult, he was already stable with mid champs, or how was the process?
I mean, Dudu has shown through time that he's very easy to pick up new champions overall. I think this comes down also from his practice. He's a player that, even if he's a solo queue, he's not just playing only AD carries, but he can play legit all other roles. So I think this gives him a great flexibility in the current meta. So I think he's a bit ahead of the curve when it comes down to playing those mages or playing like champions, for example, like Loki today, right? So I think it all comes down to natural talent on the player, but also his eagerness to learn and experiment with new champions when it comes down to his role. So Dudu's doing very good on this meta.
Hello, Dori from Digital News. My question is about the plan, because Los ended the first split and went to Riyadh, to Bootcamp, and then to Paris, so play EWC. So how is the plan to this split? Because it's like one another, one after another, so what's the plan?
The schedule.
Yeah. Do you want to?
No, you can.
I mean, our first priority coming back from Korea, from EWC, was to make sure going into the summer split to keep the momentum that we have from practices, but also to avoid any potential burnouts on the players. I think right now the way we are approaching our schedule is a mix of few but quality practice over just spamming out the game. I think while we're in Korea and in France, we did have a great amount of games, but every game mattered. And we're trying to bring this discipline and this mindset in our practice here in Brazil now. The most important thing is that this summer split is a bit long, considering that the finals are on 10th of October. So we need to make sure that our players will be never fatigued, and that we are making sure that we're open-minded, and fatigue is always the enemy when it comes down to being open-minded to these cases. So my highest priority, our highest priority as coaches, is our players to be adapted to the meta, but also to not making themselves very tired inside the schedule.
Thank you.
Hey, artist, teacher OG. So my question is like for where everyone wants to answer. It's about again the schedule. You guys played the EWC and already started the CBLoL Speak 2. So I want to know if you guys had time to practice, or if you guys dedicated this time to give some rest for the players.
I think you can answer.
As you say, the schedule is quite loaded from the Korean bootcamp to EWC to here. I'll be very honest, the most of our preparation was based on theory crafting. Like, I had some ideas that I wanted to share going into this week. Everyone had some action, and then we harmonized all this, and then we had 1 day of practice, and as Enatron highlighted, it was a quality day of practice, I would say. And then we made some conclusions based on that, and we adjusted our plan to Furia going into this, because when you are in this high tempo of workload, it's impossible to keep consistent performance. Like, we are humans in the end. So we are just aiming to be in shape, and we are aiming to be ahead of the curve based on the meta and game understanding. But our goal is to be in a condition that we can give our 100% in the finals or in the international events that hopefully we're gonna play.
We have some questions on Discord. Here, you can make your question now, please.
Sure. Hi, Enatron. Hi, Invokid. And Deixe from Brazil. So it's great to talk with you guys, and congratulations on doing today. My question is for you, Invokid, and maybe for Enatron too, but you guys didn't have any experience as a player, right? Like in the major leagues and in the major competitions. But you guys are doing a great job. Gostou is one of the best teams, if not the best, in Brazil today. So how do you guys approach this moment? Like you didn't have the experience as a player, but you guys are still rocking. So I want to know for you guys. Thanks.
I mean, I didn't play Tier 1, but I played actually the game before in a competitive setting at like ESL series in Europe or like Turkish Challenger series. But due to college, I didn't continue actually. But regarding that, I think it's about communication, like based on communication and game understanding. Even though you don't actively play like Tier 1 competitive, if you're game understanding and able to make correct decision making inside the game, that's what matters. Because in the end, as coach, you're not pressing the button. It's all about creating the strategy and making sure that your players understand how to make the correct decision based on the variables inside the game, right? So if we, as coaches, are able to transfer this philosophy to them, then everything is good. However, if we are clueless and we are just like having good mechanics as coaches, like what does that make, you know? So yeah, that would be my answer.
Okay, so that's it. End of the press conference. Thank you guys. Congrats on the win again.